जयं बुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं बाहवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिके ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय करोति वचनं भङ्गं नगेति कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम्। One minute.
Mataji Kirtan.
Maji, you said you can continue the Mangala Charana, so I just started with Mangala Charan. Okay, so shall we do 2 minutes Kirtan before the class? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji. Sure, Mataji.
Okay. Okay, just do 2-3 minutes, Maji. Kirtan. Then we'll continue our session today.
Yeah,
Because
sure,
it,
Mataji.
yeah.
Jai Radha Madhava Jaya Bihari. Jai Radha Madhava Jaya Bihari. Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Jashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Jamuna Tira Vanachari. Jamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Bihari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Hare Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Radha, Madhava Radha, Madhava Radhe Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Gurudev, Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Nitai Gaura Haribol, Gaura Haribol, Gaura Haribol, Gaura Haribol.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Maji. Thank you for the nice Kirtan. So, we are in Canto 4, Chapter 19. And today's session is from text 21. So, in this segment, King Prithu actually performing 100 horse sacrifices. He started his sacrifices, and the Lord personally present in the beginning, and all the demigods, everybody came to the sacrificial arena. And he has actually successfully completed 99 sacrifices. Okay, and he is going to perform the 100th sacrifice. The sacrifices are actually, these are Vedic rituals. This is recommended in the Shastras for our own purification. Whatever the status we are in, like whether we are a Brahmana or Kshatriya or Vaishya, they all have to actually perform these purificatory processes, ritualistic activities. Okay, through this, we are actually connecting ourselves. In the Karma Yoga, as mentioned in Karma Yoga, Yajñatat Karmano Anyatra, we have to offer, we have to sacrifice whatever we are getting through their blessings. So this is the tradition actually, okay, Vedic tradition. So Prithu Maharaj also following that tradition, and he is actually trying to continue this 100th sacrifice. But what happened? The Indra got affected, because if any man performs 100 sacrifices, then his pious deeds will actually reach more higher. So if he gets more pious deeds, then he will get the position of Lord Indra. So his position will be lost. So King Indra was actually is in anxiety now. So he wants actually, he is trying to avoid to, he is actually trying to, what to say, make lot of discomforts to Prithu Maharaj. Okay, he doesn't want to make him to continue this 100th sacrifice. So he is giving lot of disturbances. The first thing is he is actually taking away the horses several times. And Prithu Maharaj's son, what is his name? Anyway, it's coming now. So he is actually trying to, he went behind him and he is trying to catch the horse. So this is actually happening several times under the instruction of Atri Muni. So Atri Muni is actually one of the performer, the main priest in the arena. Okay, so let us move on to today's session, 19.21. Can any one of you actually recite behind me?
Yes,
Anyone
Mataji.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. Atrina chodidastasmai
Atrina choditastasmai
sandhate vishikam rusha
sandadhe vishikam rusha.
so svam rupam cha tadvitva
So ashvam ruprancha tadvistva
tastav antarhita swarat.
tasta antarhitakswarat.
Could you read the translation also?
Translation by A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Prabhupada ki jai. When the great sage Atri again gave directions, the son of King Prithu became very angry and placed an arrow to his arrow.
Sorry, it's not visible.
On his yes, I can see Mataji. Placed an arrow on his bow. Upon seeing this, King Indra immediately abandoned the false dress of a sannyasi and giving up the horse made himself invisible. Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Pranam Mataji.
So King Indra, again, he was actually trying to hide the, kidnap the horse, and he was actually trying to hide himself. He is not showing that he is the Indra, because that is not the, it actually, by showing himself, because he is not doing a right activity. So he is actually doing such a degraded job. So he doesn't want to actually show himself. So he actually dressed like a sannyasi, okay, in the renounced order of life, in the false dress of a sannyasi. And he is actually taken away the horse. And King Prithu Atri Muni immediately noticed, and he pointed out that King Indra is actually taking away the horse again. So the son of King Prithu, he became very angry, and he is actually trying to attack King Indra. So when King Indra actually noticed that Prithu's son is actually coming behind him, she immediately leave the horse behind and he went invisible. Okay, he hided himself. So, sorry. Something happened.
Mataji, please go back, Mataji.
That's what I'm finding. Searching that arrow, Prabhu, it's missing. The
It-
back.
in top, on the top of the screen.
It's not visible to me.
We can't do that. Come.
Hope it's visible now. Okay. So let us move on to the next sloka. 22. Sindhu Madji, could you read that? You follow me?
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji. Coming.
Okay.
So repeat after you.
Yes, Mataji. Virascha swamupadaya
Veeras Chashvam Upadhaya
pitur yagyam atha vrajat
Pitrayajnam Atha Brajat
tat avadyam hare rupam
Tat Avadyam Hare Rupam
jahruhur jnana durbalah.
Chakruhur Jnana Durbalaha. Translation. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Then the great hero Vijitashva, the son of King Prithu, again took the horse and returned to his father's sacrificial arena. Since that time, certain men with a poor fund of knowledge have adopted the dress of a false sannyasi. It was King Indra who introduced this. Hare Krishna. Mataji.
Could you continue with the purport, Mataji?
Yeah, sure, Mataji. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Since time immemorial, the sannyasa order has carried the Tridanda. Later, Shankaracharya introduced the Ekadandi sannyasa. A Tridandi sannyasi is a Vaishnava sannyasi and an Ekadanti sannyasi is a Mayavadi sannyasi. There are many other types of sannyasis who are not approved by Vedic rituals. A type of pseudo sannyasa was introduced by Indra when he tried to hide himself from the attack of Vijitashva, the great son of King Prithu. Now there are many different types of sannyasis. Some of them go naked and some of them carry a skull and a trident, generally known as Kapalika. All of them were introduced under some meaningless circumstances, and those who have a poor fund of knowledge accept these false sannyasis and their pretenses, although they are not bona fide guides to spiritual advancement. At the present moment, some missionary institutions, without referring to the Vedic rituals, have introduced some sannyasis who engage in sinful activities. The sinful activities forbidden by the Shastras are illicit sex, intoxication, meat eating, and gambling. These so-called sannyasis indulge in all these activities. They eat meat and flesh, fish, eggs, and just about everything. They sometimes drink with the excuse that without alcohol, fish, and meat, it is impossible to remain in the cold countries near the Arctic zone. These sannyasis introduce all these sinful activities in the name of serving the poor, and consequently, poor animals are cut to pieces and go into the bellies of these sannyasis. As described in the following verses, such sannyasis are Pakhandis. Vedic literature states that a person who puts Lord Narayana on the level with Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma immediately becomes a Pakhandi. As stated in the Puranas, Yastu Narayanam Devam Brahma Rudradi Daivatah. दैवतैः samatvenaiva viksheta sapashandi bhave dhruvam. In Kali Yuga, the Pakandis are very prominent. However, Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has tried to kill all these Pakandis by introducing the Sankirtana movement. Those who take advantage of this Sankirtana movement of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness will be able to save themselves from the influence of these Pakandis. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. So here, the son of King Prithu, that is Vijitaswa, he again actually went back behind King Indra and trying to actually get the horse from him. So here the Indra actually acted as a false sannyasi, okay, bogus false sannyasi. So actually the meaning of the sannyasa order is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita as itself. Like Bhagavad Gita as it is in chapter 6, text 1, the sannyas order, the quality of the sannyasi is mentioned by Lord Krishna himself. See, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Anashrita Karma Phalam Karyam Karma Karoti Yaha Sa Sannyasi Chayogi Cha Na Nir Agnir Na Chakriyaha. The meaning is, the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, one who is unattached to the fruits of his work. So whatever the activity is the sannyasi doing, he should not actually attached with the result. Without expectation, he has to perform. And who works as he is obligated is in the renounced order of life. He is the true mystic. And not he who lights no fire and performs no duty. So this is actually mentioned by the Lord himself. The real sannyasi means he should not expect the result of his actions. Without fruitive result, he has to perform. And again, the main in the sannyasa order is mentioned in 18th chapter, the perfection of renunciation titled. So in that, let us actually read the translation. Here the question is, Arjuna is asking Krishna, I wish to understand the purpose of renunciation. So what is the actually, why the people are actually renunciating? Renunciate means tyaga. And of the renounced order of life, sannyasa, O killer of the Kesi demon. So Arjuna is asking this question, and the Supreme Personality actually concluding this. Actually, he is saying that there are various types of sannyasis, various beliefs are there. Their faiths are different. Like certain persons, they are thinking that the giving up of activities that are based on material desire is what great enlightenment called the renounced order. Means if the people, if they renounced their material desires, then they are considered as sannyasis. These are the words of certain people. They actually believe that if you actually renounce the result of your work, then you are considered as sannyasi. Okay. And some learned men declare that all kinds of fruitive activities should be given up as faulty, yet other sages maintain that acts of sacrifice, charity, and penance should never be abandoned. And another set of people, they are saying that even all punya karma, because in the beginning we mentioned that these ritualistic activities are considered as the purificatory process, these yajna and all. So every man has to perform this purificatory process. But some learned men actually believe that they have to actually give up those fruitive activities also. Okay. And some people saying that this should never be abandoned. And the Lord is actually concluding, see, now here my judgment about renunciation. O tiger among men, renunciation is declared in the scriptures to be of three kinds: acts of sacrifice, charity, and penances are not to be given up. They must be performed. Indeed, sacrifice, charity, and penances purify even the great souls. So here Lord is declaring that these activities, mainly these three, the sacrifice, charity, and penances, this should not be given up. Whatever the status they are in, whether they are in brahmachari, grahastha, vanaprastha, or sannyasa level, they should not actually give up these three activities, okay? Because they are actually purify even the great souls. All these activities should be performed without attachment, but the mood should be they have to perform these activities without attachment or any expectation, okay, as a matter of duty. So this is the definition of sannyasi, sannyasa order, the duty of the sannyasi. So they have to perform all these activities merely for the welfare of other people, okay, not for their own benefit. But here, Indra is actually dressing as a false sannyasi. But what is his mood? Why he did so?
To cheat Prithu Maharaj.
Yeah,
Safeguard
because
his
he
post,
wants.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
To protect his post, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Okay, yeah, to maintain his post.
Yeah,
So
maintain.
he's having attachment with the material position. And he is getting envious about King Prithu. So in order to prevent his sacrifice, he actually cheated the horse. So that is not the right attitude. So simply dressing like a sannyasi, but his mood and behavior was totally different. That's why in the translation, it is mentioned as false sannyasi. Okay. So because of his action in future, in the later stage, lot of this type of sannyasis have come up. Now we are experiencing, lot of people actually, they are wearing sannyasa dress, but their mood is totally different. So here the mood of the real sannyasi and the duty of the real sannyasi is given in the Bhagavad Gita itself. Okay. And the second one mentioned here is there are different types of sannyasa is mentioned in the purport. The one is Tridanda sannyasa and Ekadanda sannyasa. Actually, the danda means the stuff they are holding one stick type. So that is danda. So the Vaishnava culture is they have to hold as Tridanda, means 3 sticks. And in Ekadandi sannyasi means the Mayavadi philosophers they used to hold. So the difference between means this 1 stick and 3 stick means symbolizes that Tridandi means they are actually, they have to control BMW, means body, mind, and speech. The words, what they are speaking. They should actually follow the austerity. Why they are holding this danda means it actually making us to remember that they are actually detached from these material positions. They are detached from this material attachment, worldly attachment and material positions. And it is actually reminding them that they have already committed to a simple and austere life. Means they have actually committed that they are ready to follow very simple way of living and austere life. They are ready to follow the austerity and they are very much detached to this worldly affair. So by holding that danda, it is actually reminding them that they have to follow the austerity. And this tridanda means they should be actually control over their body, mind, and speech. So the Vaishnavas are following Tridanda sannyasi. And Ekadanda means they actually, Mayavadis are having a belief that they want to be one with the Lord. So that oneness indicates that it is Ekadanda. Means they are simply following this austerity. The purpose is to being one with the Lord. So there are different types of sannyasis are there. Okay. And even in the like they used to conduct in once in 4 years. What is that festival? The grand festival from Ahmedabad. I suddenly forgot the name. They used to conduct in once in 4 years. Kumbh Mela, yeah. Thank you, Mataji. Yes. In Kumbh Mela, hope many of you have noticed that lot of sannyasis will come now for especially to attend these things. And we can actually notice the different types of sannyasis. Some people, they will actually come as naked. And some people actually they will possess a lot of their shika will be different, lot of hair on their head, and some people they will hold something. So like the different sannyasis will come and their beliefs are different and their activities are different. why we and Kapalika. This Kapalika is also given, no, like trident, skull. Have you noticed all these things? Some people will hold like that and they will dance and they will actually they are addicted to the unwanted stuffs also. So actually these things are considered as the sinful activities, but they actually considering themselves as a sannyasi, and they are posing themselves as a sannyasi, and they are doing these unwanted stuffs. They sometimes drink with the excuse that without alcohol, fish and meat. These things, these people actually, here Prabhupada mentioned that those who are actually in the Arctic zone, because of the weather condition, in order to, for their survival, they used to take these things. So in order to surviving, I am taking these things, I am not addicted to this. So they are claiming like that, and but they are wearing the sannyasa dress. So like that, different types of sannyasis are there. So they are actually coming under pakandis, means pasandis. They are simply acting as a sannyasi. They are not real sannyasi. The real sannyasi means they have to do whatever the activities they are doing, they should actually do for the welfare of the people, okay? Not for self-interest, not to maintain their body. And in Kali Yuga, the Pakandis are very prominent. Yeah, we are actually seeing all these people in and around. Okay. And Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has tried to kill all these Pakandis by introducing his Sankirtana movement. So that's why actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu introduced this Sankirtana movement. So those who take advantages of Sankirtana movement, why he introduced Sankirtana movement is, see, the sannyasis actually, they don't know the value of performing yajna. They don't know the mantras properly. I'm talking about these Kali Yuga sannyasis, okay? In those days, the sannyasis were perfect. They are very learned. They have the clear understanding and the purpose of life. So they have taken sannyasa, the highest order of life. But nowadays, simply by wearing that dress, and they are showing that in order to actually get the respect and in order to get some money through that dressing, through that pose, they are actually simply wearing that saffron dress. So in order to avoid that false sannyasi, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually taken up this Sankirtana movement, because Sankirtana movement, if this is a purificatory process, by doing this automatically we can actually purify our consciousness. We need not to conduct this yajna and all. Okay, so and the mood of the sannyasi is actually actually mentioned in Sikshashtakam itself. See, in the 4th verse of Sikshashtakam, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mentioned that Nadanam Najanam Nasuntarim Kavitam ba Jagadisha Kamaye Mama Janmani Janmanishware Bhavatat Bhaktir Ahaituki Tvayi. The mood of the renounced person or a perfect devotee is, he should not actually aim or expect anything. Na Danam, na Janam, na Sundarim. He should not expect any followers. He should not expect any money or respect. So he should actually, his mood should be Mama Janmani Janma Ishware. If even I get many births also, I have to continue my devotional service. The service of the Lord should be continued. So that is the right mood of a perfect yogi or perfect sadhu. Okay. So, but here he is simply cheating the people who Indra. So because, and another thing is, he is actually the king of the demigods. The demigods are actually considered as our authorized representatives. So if the administrators, higher level people, and their king is behaving like that, what to say about the lower class people? Automatically, they will also think that, okay, this is the righteous attitude. If the higher person also actually doing, they will also imitate the authority. So he is actually behaving as a wrong example. Next one is 23. Yani Rupani Jagrihe. Can anyone of you repeat after me?
Shall I, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji, please.
Yani Rupani Jagrahe.
Indro Haya Jihishaya.
Indro Haya Girishaya.
Tani Papasya Kanthani.
Tani Papasya Kanthani.
Lingam kantam ihochyate.
Lingam kandam ivochyate. Shall I read translation, Mataji?
Yeah, please continue.
Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Whatever different forms Indra assumed as a mendicant because of his desire to seize the horse were symbols of atheistic philosophy. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Could you continue the purport also, Mataji? It's small one only.
Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. According to Vedic civilization, a sannyasi is one of the essential items in the program of Varnashrama institution. One should accept sannyasa according to the parampara system of the acharyas. At the present moment, however, many so-called sannyasis or mendicants have no understanding of God consciousness. God consciousness. Such sannyasas was introduced by Indra because of his jealousy of Maharaja Prithu, and what he introduced is again appearing in the age of Kali. Practically none of sannyasis in this age are bona fide. No one can introduce any new system into the Vedic way of life. If one does so out of malice, he is to be known as Pasandi or atheist. In the Vaishnava Tantra, it is said, Yastu Nandrayanam Devam Brahma Rudradi Daivatah Samat Venaiva Cheta Viksheta Sa Pasandi Bhave Dhruvam. Although it is forbidden, there are many Pasandis who coin the terms like the Daridra Narayana and Swami Narayana. Although not even such demigods as Brahma and Shiva can be equal to Narayana. Hare Krishna Mataji. Pranams.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. So the Vedic standard, actually the example set by the previous acharyas, if we consider the life of our previous acharyas, if really one want to actually lead a preaching movement, if they really want to preach the message of Lord to everybody for the benefit of all, the sannyasa was required. See, there are, the order is given, Varnashrama Dharma, Brahmachari, Grahastha, Vanaprastha and Sannyasi. And in the Shastras, it is actually mentioned that, especially in this Kali Yuga, the sannyasa is not recommendable. Okay, it is not compulsory for all the people to go to the fourth stage, to take the fourth stage, sannyasa order. Because the Kali Yuga is like that only, the material, the atmosphere is very much polluted. So it is difficult to maintain the quality sannyasa qualifications. So that's why actually in the Shastras, it is recommended that better to avoid to take the fourth order. But if they have the real thirst or real mood to preach the message of the Lord to every people, then the sannyasa order is required. For that purpose only, Bhakti Vinod Thakur's son, one of his son, the famous person, who is that personality? Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Swami Maharaj. Yeah, thank you, Mataji. So he has accepted sannyasa. Okay, why? To preach the message. Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also accepted sannyasa in his early age. So he is the supreme personality of Godhead. He need not actually take up sannyasa. So why he has actually taken sannyasa? Because his younger students, the youth children, they are actually not actually taking the words of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu seriously. Whatever he is preaching, they have not actually taken seriously. And whenever he is actually telling the advice or real message to the public, they are not actually accepting or very taken up seriously. So in order to spread the message of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the sannyasa order is required. So that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually taken sannyasa in his early age. Okay. So this is recommended for the purpose of preaching. Okay. This is not for actually all the people. And okay, at the present moment, however, many so-called sannyasis or mendicants have no understanding of God consciousness. So the purpose of sannyasa order is they have to preach the message of God, but they have simply dressed like sannyasis, but they don't have the knowledge about Even they are not even God consciousness. They are simply doing business. They are making money and simply actually getting respect. In order to get respect from the society and in order to do some business through this, they are actually dressed them like a sannyasi. So that is a present condition. Such sannyasa was introduced by Indra. So actually the origin of all these things, actually, who is the origin? Indra is the origin. So why he did so? Because of his jealous towards Maharaja Prithu. Okay. Practically, none of the sannyasis in this age are bona fide. And the other thing is bona fide. Bona fide actually means the parampara. They should actually come from the parampara. If one person is actually accepting sannyasa, means it doesn't mean that, okay, from today onwards, I won't wear the normal dress. I will just wear the saffron only. Simply changing dress is not not meant like sannyasa, he has taken sannyasa order. They have to actually accept a guru and they have to get the sannyasa order from the senior people. So the parampara system is important here. Even in the Bhagavad Gita also it is mentioned that evam parampara praptam, that parampara is important. So whatever the status, if he is a disciple, if he has to take the initiation from a parampara, the disciplic succession from that spiritual guru. Okay, simply from the next day, okay, from today onwards, I am actually renounced my family life and I'm going to follow this. Like if you are simply announcing and following certain type of activity according to our will is not accepted or given or not mentioned in the Shastras. So as per Shastras, he has to actually connected with the parampara system. So that bona fide, that is also missing nowadays. If we actually ask any sannyasis who are actually dressed like posing themselves as a sannyasi and wearing that saffron dress, if you ask them that who is their guru, they can't tell the guru because they don't have a proper guru. So that is also important. And no one can introduce any new system into the Vedic way of life simply by dressing themselves as a sannyasi, and they are actually giving they are actually making new rules and regulations. No, it is already given in the Shastras. Whatever is given in the Shastras, they have to spread that message to the public. But instead of actually spreading that message, because they don't have any knowledge, they are simply actually creating new principles and rules and they are telling to the public. Okay, so this is really cheating principle, cheating religion. Okay, and although it is forbidden, there are many pasantis, even though it is not actually appropriate, but anyway, because of the effect of Kali Yuga, lot of sannyasis are here. And Prabhupada here mentioned that Daridra Narayana and Swami Narayana. Okay, so Narayana means Vishnu. So what is the meaning of Daridra Narayana? Why they are calling Narayana as Daridra Narayana? Can anyone guess?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, maybe is then economically weak and then poor fund of knowledge.
Okay, fine. So actually, this Daridra Narayana, yes,
The
Mataji.
low, poor people, na? The Lord is very, what to say? We see poor God in the poor people, na?
Okay, yeah.
I don't know, I'm confused.
Yes, yeah. I got the point, Mataji. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, generally, some people out of humanity, human nature, social, that meant to actually helping the, like what to say, social helpers are there, no? So they are actually considering this activity, like helping the poor people means they are actually doing real service to the God. By helping the poor people, we are actually pleasing the Lord. So instead of actually doing service to the Lord, you better actually help the humanity, like poor people. So the Lord will be satisfied. This is a preaching of in previous century, like especially Prabhupada used to mention that he won't actually give the name directly. It actually started with, I think, Vivekananda. because he actually introduced this system, and even Mahatma Gandhi also actually mentioned that we have to actually help the poor people, and that from by doing so, automatically the Lord will be pleased. So this is actually Daridra Narayana, means by helping the Daridra, means the poor people, we are actually satisfying Lord Narayana. So this is their principle. And Swami Narayana, many of you know that there is a particular followers of Swami Narayana community. One community is there. They are actually believe in Narayana, but this Swami Narayana is, I think they are actually having a particular idol, the personality like Swami Narayana. His name is, it starts with yes, some Swami name, Sahajananda or something else. Sampradaya. Okay, his name is some Swami, I don't know. Sahajananda something, his name is something else. It starts with yes. So later,
Yes.
actually, he born on sorry, Mataji.
No,
Anybody said
Mataji.
anything?
Hare Krishna Mataji. He's actually Neelkant named person will be there. He later becomes that Swami Narayan. They'll be
Yeah,
worshipping him only. Neelkant.
Yeah.
Mataji.
Neelkant, then
We
another
have
name is
Akshar-
given.
Akshardham is
Swami.
based on that one.
Yes, Akshardham. And he actually born on 17th century, no? This Swami Narayana community, it's actually
Yes,
developed
Mataji.
by him from 17th century, Akshardham. Okay. So these are
Mataji,
different kinds of people.
Sadhu
Yeah.
Vashwani, is it Sadhu?
Not Sadhu, Sajjananda or Sagajananda, something.
Sadhu
I heard.
Vashwani. Okay.
Okay. Anyway, later he named himself as Swami Narayana, and he's posing that, and I think he declared himself that he is none other than God. So that's why they are actually, the followers are worshipping him. They kept his idol and they started worshipping him as God. So like different beliefs are there. But their philosophy is more or less same with us. They are actually doing devotional activities and they believe in God, Narayana. All these things are same. But especially they are worshipping that personality, Swami Narayana. Fine. So let us move on to the next verse, 24 and 25. Can one of you repeat after me?
Can I, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji, please. Thank you. Evamindre haratyasvam
Evamindre haratasya asvam
vainya yajna jikamshaya
vainya yajna jigamshaya
tadgrahita vishristeshu
tadgrahita vishristeshu
pakandeshu matirnirnam
pakandeshu matirnirnam
dharma it upadharmeshu
dharma it upadharmeshu
nagna rakta patadishu
nagna rakta patadishu
prayena sajjate brantya
prayena sajjate brantya
peshaleshu chavagmishu.
peshaleshu cha vagmishu. Translation. Mataji. Can I read translation, Mataji?
Yeah, please continue, Mataji.
Translation by Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami. Hare Krishna. In this way, King Indra, in order to steal the horse from King Prithu's sacrifice, adopted several orders of sannyasa. Some sannyasis go naked and sometimes they wear red garments and pass under the name of Kapalika. There are simply symbolic representation of their sinful activities. These so-called sannyasis are very much appreciated by sinful men because they are all godless atheists and very expert in putting forward arguments and reasons to support their case. We must know, however, that they are only passing as adherents of religions and are not so in fact. Unfortunately, bewildered persons accept them as religious and being attracted to them, they spoil their life. Shall I read the purport also, Mataji?
Yeah, Maji, please continue.
Uh, as stated in Srimad Bhagwatam, men in the age of Kali are short-lived, devoid of spiritual knowledge, and susceptible to accept false religious systems due to their unfortunate condition. Thus, they always remain mentally disturbed. The Vedic Shastras practically prohibit the adoption of sannyasa in the age of Kali because less intelligent men may accept the sannyasa order for cheating purpose. Actually, the only religion is the religion of surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We must serve the Lord in Krishna consciousness. All other system of sannyasa and religions are actually not bona fide. In this age, they are simply passing for religious system. This is most regrettable. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. So, so in this way, the King Indra, but he is actually behaving not like a proper king. He actually used to steal the horse from King Prithu's sacrifice. Several orders of sannyasa. He actually dressed in different types of sannyasi dress and he used to steal from Indra. So this happened many times. Like different types of sannyasis are there, no, naked, and they are wearing different types of garments. Like sannyasi means usually they have to wear saffron dress, but certain people nowadays also we can actually notice that they are wearing different colors of garments and they are actually calling themselves as sannyasis. So that was that was acted by Indra in the beginning. These are simply symbolic representation of their sinful activities. So these people are actually doing all these things because of their past sinful actions. So why this mentality come? Because of our past sinful deeds. Some past sinful deeds will fructify, and because of that we are undergoing the suffering. Some actually remain as seeds. That past sinful seeds actually make us to think as this unwanted activity. And because of that past sinful seeds, these people are actually doing these activities. These so-called sannyasis are very much appreciated by sinful man. And there are certain types of followers are also there. If the certain people are actually posing that, okay, I am a sannyasi, means immediately certain people are there, they are ready to follow that person. They won't ask actually how you actually came from where you came from. So what is the origin? They won't actually ask. I don't know whether they will ask it or not. Simply they are ready to follow a particular person. So that's why they are actually trying to become sannyasi. Lot of sannyasis are there. If every person actually asking about their origin, then automatically the numbers of sannyasi will actually reduce, because they will get scared that, okay, the people will ask us what to say. But the people are ready to follow that false sannyasis. That's why a lot of sannyasis are there nowadays. And they are nicely earning a lot of money and they are enjoying the life. Because they are all godless atheists and very expert in putting forward arguments. And those people who are actually approaching these false sannyasis, I don't know, really they are in a mood to get the real knowledge. Okay, their main aim is they want to actually get rid of some material sufferings or some material pain. So out of anxiety, they are approaching the wrong person. And if any person is approaching them, these people are actually very good in speaking. They will immediately counteract with arguments and all, and they will actually post themselves that they are very expert, learned scholars. Okay, so we must know, however, that they are only posing the adherents of religion and are not so. In fact, they are simply actually showing that they are perfect followers of religious principle, but they are not so actually. Okay, so unfortunately, the bewildered persons accept them as religious. So simply by their external activity and their pose, these people, they are actually accepted. They actually considered that, okay, this person is very religious person, so we can actually follow them. So the people also actually following them and being attracted to them, they spoil their life. So the important to accept the real religion is important. That is important. We have to accept the real religion. But how to find the real sannyasi? How do we know whether the sannyasi is real or not? Whatever he is preaching is the religious principle, the so-called religious principle is real or not? How can we identify? How can we differentiate or discriminate these things?
Mataji,
Parampara,
if at all he is following the parampara, the
Yeah,
four,
that's what
any of the four paramparas in the
Paramparas.
guidelines given by Lord Krishna.
Brahma,
Okay. Hmm.
Sri Sampradaya, four Kumaras, and
Rudra
Very
Sampradaya.
nice.
Rudra
Rudra.
Sampradaya.
Rudra.
Yeah.
And he should follow the scriptures and he should also act accordingly. Talking one thing
See,
and not following is also something. Correct.
that's what Mataji. Here it is clearly mentioned that people will say that, oh, okay, it is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita that this and this, so I am following this. We don't know about Bhagavad Gita. So we are also thinking that, oh, he's seeing a lot of things from Bhagavad Gita. So what he says is right. So they will immediately believe him. Okay. In order to develop the knowledge, we are approaching the sannyasi. In order to develop the shastrical knowledge, these persons, whether they really wanted shastrical knowledge or for material benefits, anyway, they are approaching these sannyasis, and these sannyasis, they are actually good in argument. They will convert the words according to their facility. So, vacho vegam manasakroda vegam, jihva vegam uttaropasta vegam, etan vegan yo visaketa dhiran, sarvam apimam pritivim cha sishyat. The quality of the spiritual master is mentioned in the Shastras. So what are the qualifications? What are the qualifications he should possess? Vacho vegam, manasakroda vegam, jikva vegam, uttaropasta vegam. This is given in Nectar of Instruction.
In Nectar of Devotion, first shloka, Mataji.
Instruction. Upadesamrita. In Nectar of Instruction, the first verse. Okay, so Vacho vegam, it is clearly mentioned because it's time up, I think. With the Nectar of Instruction, where it is. I missed out. Where it is, Mataji? Nectar of Devotion.
Mataji, we're talking about this one.
Here, sorry. Yes, Mataji.
No, sannyasis, now you were telling Vacho Vegam.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yeah.
Yes, you are right.
See, the meaning is given. A sober person who can tolerate the urge to speak, who is controlled in speech, means he has to speak only the words mentioned in the Shastras, not the imaginary words. Okay, the control, urge to speak, the mind's demands, means not addicted or attached to sense gratification. The mind's demands and the senses demand. The actions of anger and the urges of the tongue, belly, and genitals is qualified to make disciples all over the world. So these qualifications shows that they are actually quality spiritual master, the sannyasi, the spiritual guru. Then they are eligible to take disciples all over the world. So these are the qualifications mentioned in the Shastras. So any comments, any additional points or questions in today's session? Yes, Matajis,
Hare
Prabhus.
Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Mataji, your kind self has explained about sannyasis.
Mm.
So I am 70 now.
Okay.
Around in 30 plus only I met so many sannyasis. I've got much
Oh,
experiences with them. So I got
okay.
so, only and seeing some sannyasis lost their lives, and
Mm.
then they themselves changed like anything. So it
Mm.
was unbelievable what your kind self has done. I have saw all those things. So
Experienced already.
yes, yes. I have got maybe in 35, in the age of my 35, I used to be
Mm.
with sannyasis so many times. I have left my home to wandering with sannyasis also.
Oh,
My experience is
okay.
there. That is an
Mm.
attraction, as because I am very fond of hearing the Bhagavad Gita on that time. So one
Mm.
who used to preach the Bhagavad Gita, I used to follow them. No,
Mm.
I am always be in the track of Bhagavad Gita only. If he say anything else other than, I won't accept
Mm.
him. No, no, I am not
Mm.
ready to accept anything. If you say reference in Bhagavad Gita only, you have to say. Or otherwise, I
Mm.
am not ready to hear. That is the
Mm.
fact. Anyhow, I myself not skipped from that path. That is my luck. I feel that is the luck.
Yeah,
So,
really.
really,
So
Mataji.
But
Mataji,
generally,
what?
yeah. Yes, Mataji.
Mataji, so the right sannyasi, how do we find this? By parampara, right? That is the correct answer.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
yes. First, we should actually ask his guru. Who is his guru?
Yeah.
Which
Okay.
parampara they belong to? That is the first question we have to ask. Then we have to check their activity like achar and prachar. So that achar means they have to follow these principles like vacho vegam, manasakrodha vegam. They have to follow.
Yes, ma'am.
Because in the purport, it is clearly mentioned that you can do anything and everything, whatever you want, and you can come to me and you please accepted me as a spiritual master, give me some money, like a business. Nowadays, it's like a business. Whatever you want, you can do it. I will help
Yes,
you
yes.
in that activity. Means they are following certain austerity and they have some power and they are misusing that power.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
In
Thank
my
you, ma'am.
childhood, I had seen so many sannyasi. They used to come to our places and they used to beg like, and they never used to tell anything about the Bhagavad Gita. They used to be as like, what you say, they
Livelihood.
used to predict. No, ma'am, no,
Livelihood.
Mataji. Like they used to predict like your life is like that, it will happen like it. Like future, they used to predict
Oh,
your future. That my mother never used to like. She was not knowledgeable about all these things. She used to believe them and she used to give a handful of money, and so because of that I lost hope in all these sannyasis. But later
yeah.
when my brother introduced about Srila Prabhupada, I was like skeptical, like I used to suspect is he
Mm.
also the same way. Then while reading
Yes.
all the history, I really realized such a great person he is.
Mm.
Because of him we all are in this level, like in bhakti we are. So I'm
True.
grateful to Prabhupada.
Really, Mataji. Yeah. Because in the beginning, actually, we considered that by seeing the dress, we should give proper respect to him because they all are actually higher than their level of consciousness is so higher. Even though in this material world, they renounced everything and they are actually wearing this saffron dress and how much renounced person they are in. That was our mood. But simply by wearing dress, they are actually to maintain their livelihood, they are taking this begging and they are collecting money like that. It was like that. So anyway,
Mataji,
so
in
the
fact, in ISKCON, they
sadhus,
are more strict, right? They don't even accept the Hare Krishna movement. Ritwik, like that. Only
yeah,
the pure Prabhupadas, so many temples are there, no? They are starting. So many
who you are
sannyasis are,
talking? Hmm.
but which is
So
not bona fide, right?
yeah, Mataji, that's what the parampara is important. The parampara is important. They should actually connect with the parampara. Brahma Madhava Gaudiya parampara. They can call by any name, but they should be connected with one parampara, authorized parampara system. That is important. If they are not connected with the authorized source, then there is no, even though they are doing a lot
Yeah,
of good
Prabhupada.
activity, yeah, even though they are doing lot of pious deeds and good activity, it won't actually help us. Like the electrical apps are there, like switches are there. It may be the qualified switches, it's in good condition, but if it is not connected with the electricity, the power section, the main thing, then what is the use
Okay.
of all those things?
Yes, Mataji, because in our Chennai itself we have a Hare Krishna movement. No one goes there because
Why?
because that is not as per
Connected with?
the something like that, Mataji. Some politics is there. Once only we had been. Then they told not to go there because they don't follow a guru
Oh,
like that.
okay.
But Prabhupada, they started everything with Prabhupada in the center. The mission is there. Prabhupada's puja, Prabhupada's mantra, everything is as per the Prabhupada's.
Oh, you are talking about the Ritvik people?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, because, okay, they got it. Yeah, Marji. So that is very much important. We should be very conscious that whether they are connected with the parampara system. That is very much important, because nowadays lot of people are talking about Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, and especially now online is there, and it is the facility is given to every one of us, so we can get the chance to hear from everywhere. The people can speak nicely because they are expert professionals, but the important thing is the changes in heart should come. The heart should be changed by hearing those words. If the people is pure, from where we are hearing, if the people is pure,
Okay,
if they
but
are
the
already
problem is,
connected with,
Mataji, we don't know which is true, which is false actually. Because last June month, Jagannath Puri deities they had brought in the lorry truck. Instead of coming to the main Chennai Akkarai temple, they had gone to that temple, Hare Krishna movement.
Oh, okay.
Surprising. Yeah. And then I didn't know which is correct. I mean, which to follow, which one. Then we all, some of us went from there to that temple there. Some 15, 10 kilometers far. They all said, no, we cannot enter there. We cannot come. But we all went, Mataji. We had very good darshan. We had very good prasad.
Okay.
Excellent it was. Just like a normal ISKCON temple. But see the miracle, Mataji. And we asked them, the management there, why this happened actually. Because as per the schedule, it was supposed to happen in the main Akkarai temple. Why it has happened there means it's Jagannath's mercy. I mean, Jagannath's wish to go there, like that they told. Yeah. So it was a nice one, but no one came, Mataji. Only hardly 4 or 5 from the ISKCON main temple we went.
Okay.
I think there is something like they should not go there, something like that. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Prabhu is actually in the chat box mentioned something. Prabhu, could you actually read out the lines, whatever you mentioned?
Yes, Mataji. 1 second, Mataji. What I was trying to say is that as Grahasthas, we should support sannyasis, Mataji, for their purpose, for their cause. It is only because when we do not support them, they fall down. They are not able to concentrate, focus, because end of the day they have to eat, right? So when we constantly support them, they'll be in their own path, Mataji, following spiritual path. That is what my thoughts was on
Concern.
sannyasis.
Okay. Yeah. If they are real sannyasi, we can help them. How do we know whether they are actually? Yeah.
It is because whether it is false sannyasi or real sannyasis, Mataji, they are in that particular situation. It is only because lack of opportunity and lack of money, Mataji. So it is only because of that they are in that particular situation. So when we try to feed them and provide them, and they'll automatically go in the right direction, Mataji.
Okay.
So
Prabhu, the
we are
point is
interdependent, Mataji. Yeah, we are interdependent, Mataji. Grahasthas and sannyasis interdependent.
Yeah, sure. They're interdependent, but the sense is, instead of actually supporting and feeding in the sense, we should not actually give money to them directly. So instead of actually giving money, we can actually connect them with our temple devotees.
Yes,
then automatically Mataji, they will take care of us.
Yeah, that is why we have to donate to the temples, Mataji.
Yeah, that is important. As a Grahastha, the charity is very much important. That is one of our duty to give to the temple and to maintain these type of people. So instead of actually feeding them directly, instead of supporting them directly, we better actually tell them to connect with one of the temple, and we'll make them to associate with the devotees. Then if they are
Yes,
really having that anger, then they will take care of him.
yes,
So
Mataji.
that is important.
Hare,
Thank you.
Hare Krishna
Thank you for
Mataji.
sharing.
One doubt, Mataji. Like
Yeah.
I hear like lot of South Indian, especially South Indian temples, all the money goes to government. Is it ISKCON also depend money like that, or it's like they manage their own money like that? It is, Mataji. This is a doubt I get when you say
No,
about contributing to the temple.
means they have to actually pay some amount to the government as a
Oh.
tax. They have to pay some amount to the government, and the rules are actually same everywhere, whether it is ISKCON or some other temple. The rules are same only, so they have to pay some amount to the government.
But ISKCON does not come under that Tamil Nadu human charity and religious trust.
Not in
Mataji.
Tamil Nadu government, but
Yeah,
generally
yeah.
speaking, as a
Yeah.
government, they
Yeah.
have to pay. But that South Indian system, the temples are totally different, Mataji. State to state, it differs, it seems.
Okay, Mataji.
I'm not sure. I'm sorry, I don't have that much knowledge about taxes and all.
Okay.
But I heard that even
Like
in
in
Christian
Tirupati
churches and
also.
Muslim things, they won't actually pay to the government. But in the Hindu temple, I heard the news, but I don't have that much knowledge about how much they
Yes,
are paying
Mataji.
and how the government is actually supporting. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, actually in Karnataka, anything comes from the charity to the temple, that will be owned by the government itself. Yes, because
Oh.
government is spending all the government you to spend for maintenance also. So that's why there is a quarrel between the government and the people is always in there. What so much amount is collected in the hundi as hundi, that is so that will be that will be acquired by the government only.
Okay.
So that will
But whatever actually we are putting to the plate, that will go to the priest.
Yes, no, not to the priest, Mataji, that is to the government.
No, if you are putting to the kundial, it will go to the government. If
Yes.
you are actually placing the money to the plate, no, Prabhu, they will bring the arati plate and all. If you are actually
And that
putting the
will
money,
go to the priest.
that's what.
Yes.
So if
ma'am.
you really
Yes,
want to
Mataji.
give the brahmanas, the priest, we can actually put the money to the plate.
Plate only. For his survival, it helps.
Yeah, it will go to them directly. Because of that only nowadays in some temples, sorry, time exceeds. Because of that only, some people, they are actually asking money. They won't actually allow us to put the money in the kundial. They will actually ask us directly, I will take care of you. Come in the entrance itself, they will actually behind us. Come with me. I will actually do that puja, this puja. Give me this much money. Nowadays, it's like that only in every temple, mostly in South India. I don't know about other places. In Tamil Nadu, it's there. They are behind us, like pandits, like that. They will actually follow us and they will scratch money from us. Anyway, so the charity to the right person at the right time is important. That is also mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. Yeah, it is the duty of the grahastha to give charity, but we should give to the right person for the right duty, for the right activity. Okay, simply by wearing this saffron dress, the people are actually cheating the people. They are collecting money and they are misusing that money. They are actually behaving as a businessman nowadays in the dress of sannyasi. So we should be very much careful.
Yes,
The awareness is very much needed. Okay. So thank you, Prabhus and Matajis, for your interaction. And let us meet again by Krishna's mercy. Hare Krishna, with all your permission, shall I end the session?
Hare Krishna
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.